hot. We talk about stories that have all of us talking.
And today we're joined by Susie Falk from the Falk Group. Plus, Jeff Wagner is back with us out at the fair. All right, a mother in Florida was arrested for letting her 7-year-old son walk alone to the park. She was charged with child neglect. Now, she says she believes her son is mature enough to go to the park alone. Should the mother, though, have been arrested? Jeff, let's start with you.
Okay, well, look, I have to preface this by saying I do not have children, but I was a kid myself, and my mom, Lord, goodness rest her soul, she would routinely, allow me to leave the house. I would walk over. There was a high school that was probably about, somewhere between a quarter and a half a mile from where we lived, and I was able to routinely walk over, and we'd play games and things like that. We'd play baseball and stuff like that. In this case, this child even had a cell phone so they could make a call if there was a problem. To me, complete overreaction by the police.
Yeah, no, I agree. She's charged a felony, and fortunately that charge was dropped. The kid, he ran away when a stranger asked where the mother was, and the cops come, bring him home, big mistake arresting the mother. He's 7 years old. There are mature 7-year-olds. He went to the local park. We as helicopter parents really need to take it, lighten up a little bit and let kids, flex their muscles and show their independence a little bit. And I agree with you, Jeff. This is a complete overreaction. And I have been known to be a helicopter mom.
It also depends, I think, on the maturity of the kid and the neighborhood. Is it a big town? Is it a small town?
Right.
Routinely in the small towns, kids take off all day long and ride their bikes.
Well, I'm a city girl, and I remember being in the 2nd grade and actually catching the bus to school by myself. My mother would drop me off halfway, and then I would catch the bus the rest of the way, and I was in the 2nd grade and a latchkey kid by 10, so.
We did a lot of things. My mom is in the audience right now, and I can't even tell you what we did when we were 10 years old, and we'd get lost all day and come home for dinner. We grew up okay. We turned out all right. So I think everybody should relax a little bit.
Here's what I think is so interesting about this. The police said, well, there's sexual predators that live in the area. To me, my response would be, okay, if it is so dangerous that a 7-year-old can't walk on the street, police, why don't you do your job and deal with those sexual predators instead of trying to make the mom a criminal, for goodness sakes?
You are right, Jeff. There's too much activity happening behind you. I'm sorry, we're getting a little distracted here in the studio.
All right, thanks, Jeff and Susie. Coming up, we're going to reveal the viewer's choice topic of the day.
And Michael Fish will be back with another look at your forecast. Today. Hot and our viewer's choice topic of the day.
Again, we're joined by Susie Falk and Jeff Wagner of 620 WTMJ, and today's viewer's choice topic is this. A Houston mother is furious after finding out that her 1st grader was forced to sit on the floor at school for 4 weeks. Her daughter had written on her desktop. She said the teacher told her daughter to clean up the mess, go to the principal's office, miss recess, and that she wasn't getting her desk back until 2nd grade. That seems a little severe. Susie, what are you thinking?
4 weeks seems a little severe. Even though kids, I think, at that age are perfectly comfortable sitting on the floor. Nonetheless, that's an embarrassment for this kid. I think probably all the kids in the classroom by that point forgot what the crime was. So maybe a day or 2 as a punishment, but not 4 weeks. That's completely inappropriate. Jeff, what do you think?
What are they thinking of? Look, obviously the child shouldn't have written on their desk. We all understand that, but it's a child. Seems to me what you do is, if that happens, you call up mom and dad. You tell mom and dad that there's an issue here. If it happens again, there's going to be some sort of discipline, but you don't make the kid sit on the floor for 4 weeks.
Well, you have to discipline the child at some point so that she learns that this is property you have to take care of and it's not yours, and therefore we need to punish you. 4 weeks may be excessive, but I don't think a week is bad. She needs to remember.
Here's the other part of the deal, though. They didn't notify the parents. The girl basically ended up spilling the beans to mom after 4 weeks. So, Mom, I'm sitting on the floor. And imagine, that part made matters worse.
I think the parents should come in and discuss the plan, the punishment plan. And I think part of it should be the kids should, do some community time or clean up the classroom every night after school or something.
Wow.
Well, I went to parochial school, right? And sitting on the floor, that is like light. We used to get book tape on our mouths for talking in class and staplers thrown. I just think
about the
dunce hat.
Clearly.
Times have changed.
Yes.
So, Jeff, go ahead. A final thought on this one.
Well, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you in that last one, so we can go ahead.
Okay, let's go to the lightning round then.
Packers have signed Ted Thompson to a new multi-year contract. Of course, he's built the Packers into one of the NFL's strongest teams. So, was this a good move, signing Ted Thompson to several more years, Jeff?
Oh my goodness, I got to tell you, I mean, this was the move that the Packers need to make. They're not releasing the length of the contract, but everybody thinks it's going to be 5 years. What this means is now they're going to probably be in a position to sign Mike McCarthy, because typically the general manager hires the coach. Mike McCarthy right now is the third longest serving coach in the NFL. He's only been there since 2006. But Thompson and McCarthy make an absolutely tremendous team. Packers Nation should be celebrating.
I agree. I don't see the controversy over this one. You know, Jeff, I'm completely on your side. The guy's doing great work. Look at the record the last 8 years. You know, I think there was some concern over his health last year, but I haven't seen it lately, any concern for his health. So good move on the Packers' part, and I think it's going to be a great season.
Yeah, they got a winning combination. Coach and GM, and of course the team, the players they've added have just been fabulous. So he's
great at recruiting for sure.
Hey, look, the bottom line is there is plenty of room on the Packers bandwagon. The first preseason game is next week already. Jump on. I'm telling you, it's going to be a great season. Take it from me.
I'm jumping on.
I can't believe we're talking about football, but it's exciting.
Yeah, it is that. Well, the What Hot discussion continues online. Find that page at TMJ4.com.